The twisted wreckage of battle is strewn across the rebel capital. Tskhinvali was the centre of the fight for South Ossetia. Georgian troops briefly occupied these streets, reclaiming the breakaway territory as their own, before being driven out by an overwhelming Russian force. After hearing so many reports from Georgia about what's happening inside Tskhinvali, it's incredible to actually be here ourselves to see what the situation is firsthand. You can see it's a scene of utter devastation. Look at all this crumpled military hardware here. These are Georgian tanks that were destroyed by the Russians as they pushed the Georgians out of the city. As well, almost every building in this city has been pockmarked by shrapnel or by machine gun fire, if not totally destroyed by the barrage of artillery and rocket shelling that witnesses say rained down on this place. Russian troops who fought into Tskhinvali describe fierce battles with Georgian soldiers who were dug in. There was a lot of shelling and gunfire, this colonel told me. 12 of my men were killed. We only felt safe when our reinforcements arrived. They're still clearing dead Georgian soldiers from the battlefield, but it's the extent of civilian casualties that have caused so much international concern. Well, we've come to this makeshift field hospital in Tskhinvali where, the people who have been injured in this conflict are being treated. We've got Lena up there, her husband, Yura. They're the lucky ones, though, because according to the Russians, as many as 2,000 people in this conflict have been killed as a result of the fighting. Now, the Georgians hotly dispute that, but we've come here, we're going to speak to a doctor to try and get some clarity on it. At first, there were many wounded, maybe 80 a day, this doctor told me. Most had trauma injuries from bullets or shrapnel. I asked him about the Russian claim of 2,000 dead civilians. I can't confirm it, he told me. But we can verify the hardship civilians who survived the fighting endured. Many, like 60-year-old Valentina, hid in cellars as the fighting raged above. Can you ever imagine Tskhinvali, South Ossetia, being part of Georgia in the future?
Of course no. Of course no.
It seems this conflict has only hardened South Ossetia's separatist demands, and Georgia may have lost more than just a war. Hopes of reuniting this tiny nation may also be gone. Matthew Chance, CNN, Tskhinvali in South Ossetia.